Now, Football Manager 2023 is the ultimate football management simulation game, and as with every year, players are always looking for new challenges to take away the boredom that sometimes comes in with the standard Let's Play. And in this video, I'm going to give you 4 challenges to try that I think will really spice the game up for you. Now, the first one we're going to look at is the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge. Sir Alex Ferguson is one of the most iconic football managers of all time, having led Manchester United to numerous titles over a 26-year period. I mean, just let that sink in. 26 years. That's incredible. Now, the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge is unique in that it makes you stay at one team for a long period of time. A lot of the other challenges, you bounce around trying to win titles and trophies in other leagues, but not this one. This one, you have got to stay at one club and replicate the success that Sir Alex Ferguson had at Manchester United during his tenure, which started in 1986 and ran until 2013. Now, the rules of the challenge are very, very simple. You're going to holiday until the 6th of November, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take control of the team that's sitting 19th place at that time. You're going to have to stay at the same club for 26 seasons and focus on the youth academy for new players. Remember that Sir Alex Ferguson is responsible for bringing us the class of 92. You have to replicate that. That in itself on Football Manager 23 is going to be difficult because youth intakes are notoriously stupid. And you can't spend more than £70 million per transfer window, which kind of rules you out signing any of the top players. Really, really difficult. Now, don't forget that in his time at Manchester United, he won numerous trophies, and you've got to try and replicate these. And the trophies you've got to win is 13 Premier League titles, 10 Community Shields, 5 FA Cups, 4 League Cups, 2 Champions Leagues, 1 Europa League, 1 Super Cup, and the FIFA Club World Cup twice. That in itself is very, very difficult. So, can you do that? Do you think you have the ability to do it? Well, it definitely won't be easy because you're going to have to deal with injuries with a squad where you can't sign top players and have to rely on youth. And the AI managers in this year's game are a little bit more intelligent than they've been in the past. Managing your squad very carefully is going to be important, as well as the financial aspect, because obviously you are on a very, very tight budget in a very, very, very expensive world.
I think that if you're managing Manchester United for 27 years, you have to deal with issues at some point along the way. And the important thing is it was always my mantra to make sure I kept control of the club. Not easy when you're dealing with a lot of top players and star players and great players, and therefore, you know, the most important thing is to always keep your control.
As I say, it's a unique test of your management skills, and if you think you've got what it takes, go and try it out now and let me know in the comments what you think. But what about challenge number 2? Now, challenge 2 is very, very different. It is the Don Carlo challenge. Now, Don Carlo, or Carlo Ancelotti, is a footballing or a modern footballing god. The man is an absolute legend, and he is the only man to win trophies in all 5 of Europe's top leagues. And that is what you're going to try and replicate. He is one of the most successful football managers ever. He's won trophies with Chelsea, AC Milan, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and PSG. And that is what you are going to do in this challenge. This is different to the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge in that it's not so much a test of your financial skill or even your squad building skill, because you'll have money at these clubs. This is an ability to get this done as quick as you can, to go into a club, win the league, and then move on. That is all you've got to do. Win 5 trophies. But, let me caveat this. You also have to try and win 4 Champions Leagues. You might say that's really easy, and it probably is, but yeah, you know, I actually think this challenge is very different and very unique in the way that you have to approach it. And the simple fact is that, you know, it is considered one of the ultimate journeyman challenges, because I think uniting the squad on Football Manager is underrated. And if you just bounce around clubs, A, the fans don't like you, B, the players don't really take to you, and the board aren't on your side from straight. The first 2 jobs, you might be all right. After that, when you start bouncing around, I think it's going to be a little bit different. But it's certainly one of the more interesting challenges to do, and it lets you experience different European leagues. Yes, they're the top European leagues, and yes, you're going to have money at Bayern Munich and Real Madrid and Chelsea and PSG. Not so much at AC Milan. AC Milan, by the way, will be the harder of the 5. I recommend starting with that one, because if you can do it with AC Milan, your stock will soar. And don't forget, you can't just then restart. You have to apply for the jobs at these other clubs. So you've got to then hope they come up. It's very, very difficult. And to get a job at PSG, Bayern Munich, or Real Madrid, you have to be one of the best managers in the world. It's not as easy as it sounds, but give it a go. You know, you never know. I think that is definitely like a 7 out of 10 challenge, and one that I think, you know, you'll find difficult to repeat his success. But again, if you try that one, let me know in the comments down below on this video how you get on, as I'd be really interested to find out. There's not so many rules with that one as there was with Sir Alex Ferguson. But let's see what Challenge 3 is. Now, Challenge 3 is the Pentagon Challenge. Not many people will have attempted this, heard of this, or want to try this, because this is the ultimate FM23 challenge. This is the challenge for those people who are absolute masters of everything. The Pentagon Challenge is to win the top league and cup competition in all 5 continents while starting with a team in the lowest playable league in each continent. Now, I do paraphrase a little bit that you don't have to start in the lowest playable league with each continent, because what I tend to say to people who want to try this is start unemployed with no coaching badges. That way you have to build yourself up. But you have to be able to go and win the Champions League, the Conmebol Libertadores, the CAD League de Champions, the AFC Champions League, and the CONCACAF Champions League. So that's Europe, South America, Africa, Asia, and North and Central America. That in itself is incredible. Now, the rules for this are, like I've just kind of alluded to there. Challenge has to be done in one save with one manager. You can only sign one. You can only sign for a new club by applying, or if you were approached. So you can't add a new manager. It has to be the same manager all the time. You have to change clubs after you win the Champions League in that continent, and you can't switch continents before you've won the Champions League. The reason I've added the league into it as well is I think it adds a little bit of an extra challenge, and it is in the extra challenge. Now, you can also turn this into the Hexagon Challenge, which is when you have to go to the Oceania and win the Champions League there, which it unfortunately isn't a standard database for Football Manager, so it would have to be added on itself. But, you know, it might be worth looking at, because you never know, you might really enjoy it. Now, this is the tactic, like I said before, is for somebody who wants to build a team from scratch, develop players. You're going to experience a variety of leagues and really kind of understand how to get the best out of a squad. The fact that you won't speak the language in certain places as well, depending on where you start, will make things a lot harder for you, because obviously you've got to speak to the media. The players won't understand you. The fans will get on your back really quick. And trust me, the language barrier with the fans is very, very difficult to overcome. But it will give you an experience of managing in countries that you'd never dreamed of managing in, because, let's be honest, nobody really loads up Football Manager. Maybe not, you know, I wouldn't say the bigger players, or the players who are from Europe. Paraphrase that, sorry. But the players from Europe don't load up Football Manager and think, you know, I'm going to manage in Asia today. And I think this challenge really opens the door to that, because Asia is an amazing country to manage in, and one that I think really we should give a little bit more time to. But that is for each individual player. Now, this is a 10 out of 10 challenge. It's hard, it's time consuming, but give it a go. Let me know if you do give it a go, and let us know how you're getting on in the comments, or drop by my Twitch channel and and let me know how you're doing. Now, before we get into Challenge 4, I just want to make you aware that I am streaming on Twitch again, and I'm streaming on Twitch at the moment every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, around about 8 p.m. till roughly 11 o'clock. We are currently in Serbia, which I will touch on as we discuss our next challenge, but it would be amazing to see you over there. So if you are on Twitch and you just want to come and hang out in a stream, let us know. You can also join the Discord, which is in the description down below, and we'd love to chat with you. I'm just currently in the process of revamping it, but come on, join in. We've got graphic sections in all about Football Manager, and if you're quite new to the game or you're struggling with something, there are loads of people in there who will be willing. But anyway, on to Challenge 4. Now, Challenge 4 is a challenge that I'm actually doing, and it's not really a traditional Football Manager challenge. However, it's one that is in conjunction with Surprise Shirts. Surprise Shirts, if you don't know who they are a company who offer mystery football shirt boxes. Now, what they have recently started doing is the Football Manager 23 edition. And when you go on their website, you can see it. This is, I think, a great idea because, again, similar to the Pentagon challenge, it will open up leagues that you've never thought of playing in, and they will never send you, unless you specifically ask for it, a team from your country. So I live in the UK, so I will never get a team in the UK leagues, which is why, as I've just mentioned, I'm in Serbia. Now, this will, they will send you a shirt from any team who is in the basic edition of Football Manager, and the shirt will be within the last 10 years. And they are really good quality shirts. Really, really good quality. I've had a number of shirts from these guys. I've had Napoli, Köln. I've had teams from Czech Republic that I've never heard of, but now I've got the shirt. I've looked into them a little bit, and I kind of keep an eye out for them. The shirt that I've recently got is FK Loznica, which is a Serbian First Division team. So my challenge at the moment is to take over Loznica and make them the most successful team in Serbia. That is the kind of challenge you'll be approached with, because similar to the Pentagon challenge, where you don't get the choice or the opportunity to spend money, I've gone into a club that has no money, doesn't get any attendances. We have an 8,000 seater stadium with no attendances, and I've got to try and turn them into a European challenging team. It's hard, it's time consuming, but I think because it's just a little bit different. It's enjoyable. It's not the standard, I'm going to go and play with Manchester United, or for me, I'm going to go and play with Wrexham, because that gets stale and, it gets a little bit boring. So give that a go, surpriseshirts.co.uk. The link is down below. It's not an affiliate link. I don't earn anything from it. But you can see it on the screen there, what they will send you. And the shirts are really good quality shirts. Why they have a Port Vale shirt on their website, I don't know. But anyway, each to their own. But they are the 4 challenges I think you should try to spice up your Football Manager saves and, kind of breathe new life into the game, because the game has been out for 6 months now. And after 6 months, every game gets a little bit stale. And sometimes just spicing things up is a little bit nice. If you're unsure about any of these challenges, you can go online and find a bit more information about them, or I will post them in my Discord, so please do join there. And I hope to see you all in my streams on the next one, and we will continue our journey in Serbia. Let us know in the comments how you get on. Remember to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on any future content, and I will see you all really, really soon. Have a great day, guys.